How to get your first tech role with no experience. Welcome back to Demystifying Tech, the video series brought to you by Durham University and the TechUP Women programme. I'm Johanna Waite and I'm Programme Manager for TechUP. I'm here today to talk to you about getting a job in tech when you don't have any prior experience. 2 years experience required. Must have prior experience. Must have good references. These are all genuine phrases from IT entry-level jobs. Let's see this as a challenge. There is a way to get in. Could we start with a bit of positive visualization? Imagine a manager leaning forward and shaking your hand saying, "Well done, you've got the job, welcome to the team." It's a lovely feeling being welcomed into an organisation, especially when you have faith that the position you've accepted has lots of potential for progression and growth. So how do we get from this bit, waiting and wondering, to that bit, hurraying and handshaking? In the next few minutes, we're going to suggest 3 actions that you could take to increase your chance of success in landing your first tech role with no experience. Applying for jobs in the online world can be overwhelming. Employers' job adverts can seem a bit like a letter to Father Christmas, asking for absolutely everything, but really knowing that they'll only get some of what they want and not everything. You need to be willing to organise your time and experience to fulfil as many of the items in the letter to Father Christmas, or the criteria, as you can. The actions that we are going to guide you through today are: 1. Being brave. 2. Leveraging the power of artificial intelligence, or AI, in your job search. And 3. Getting organised and effective. So let's start with the first action of being brave. Being brave in this context is about believing in yourself. It's also about taking a longer-term perspective on your job hunt. To begin with, it can mean applying for a job which looks pretty intimidating and one you know you don't yet have exactly the right qualifications or experience that are described in the job advert. When writing your CV, be strategic. If a job requires that you have leadership potential and you reject it outright because you've never had a team leader position, then this may be a missed opportunity. Do you captain a sports team? Are you often the one to get a group together to achieve an assignment at college? Do you organise social events for the wider family or friends? Are there any opportunities in your life to develop this attribute? While you're applying for jobs, you need to think of yourself as a work in progress. If you notice gaps in your CV, how can you fill them? Most jobs will categorise their employee specification into attributes that are essential and those that are desirable. The attributes are roughly grouped into experience, knowledge and qualifications. Do not be put off by not having all of the desirable or even all of the essential attributes. If the position is the one that you could do, it may be worth submitting a well put together application and continuing to improve your knowledge in the meantime. For example, if you saw a job like this, Microsoft Customer Service Advisor, which emphasises good customer service skills and Microsoft 365 knowledge, perhaps you currently work in a customer service role and have fantastic customer service skills, but you could do with more Microsoft 365 experience. You could set yourself a challenge. You could work to improve your Microsoft 365 skills at the same time as submitting the application. The internet is awash with training opportunities, but be aware that occasionally training which initially appears free and has phrases like enroll for free is not always truly free, or may be free for a limited time. So be careful what you commit to. There are numerous third-party vendors that will charge you for access to Microsoft training, but you can go directly to Microsoft 365 by using this link or by Googling Microsoft 365 training and selecting the link. Being brave also means thinking about where the job will lead. Entry-level jobs are just that, an entry point. Look, if this is the entry towards the job you ultimately want, is there training offered and experience that will lead you towards a great next step? For example, consider applying for an apprenticeship. Even if the initial pay does not seem as high as you would like, consider where engaging in the apprenticeship will lead you. Then think about what you'll do if you don't do the apprenticeship. So a full-time job in the service industry might be enjoyable now and might give you higher wages initially. But in 1 year, how will you be different? Will you be any closer to your goal? Furthermore, being brave means actively using your network. Start by ensuring that your LinkedIn profile signals that you're open to work opportunities and explore both online and in-person tech networking events. Sites like Eventbrite and Meetup list local tech events where you can connect with peers, juniors, and industry leaders alike, relationships that might lead to exciting opportunities. In addition, joining tech communities can provide invaluable support, insights, and job leads. Here are some examples of tech communities in the UK. She Can Code, Black Valley, Kajigo, and Women in Data. If you'd like to build confidence in networking, the NetKnow agency, founded by a Durham University PhD, Jenny Smith, offers a range of free resources on networking with purpose. The second action that you could consider is leveraging the power of AI. In her book, The Algorithm: How AI Decides Who Gets Hired, Monitored, Promoted and Fired, and Why We Need to Fight Back, journalism professor Hilke Schellman explains that there are 5 steps that we can take immediately to leverage our knowledge and our use of AI in job hunting. Step 1. She recommends making your CV easily readable by a machine. A nice-looking CV can be produced easily with online tools, but in fact, the simpler the better. Avoid columns and any artistic flourishes in your CV. Use short sentences and quantify your achievements whenever possible. Step 2. Ensure that you read the job description of the job you're applying for and borrow their language to put into your CV. That'll be what the AI tool is looking for. Step 3. Promote your skills, not your schools. Consider including a skills section in your CV for AI to more easily find your skills. Step 4. Pay attention to your behaviour on the job sites. Schellman explains that companies track your behaviour on job sites in order to make recommendations. Step 5. Use generative AI in your job search or personal statement creation, or to suggest possible interview questions and answers to practice. Then reread and edit any text suggested by AI to ensure that your personality comes through and that British English is used throughout. Our last action is to get organised and effective. You may already be busy with work, caring responsibilities, sports, socialising and study, and 1,000,001 other things which will compete for your time. If you want to move into a tech career, you need to allocate time to achieve this. Set aside a specific time every day or week to organise your job applications. Then, using something like Google Docs to create a narrative diary, record what you're doing, boss yourself around, and give yourself tasks or tutorials to complete and keep a track on your progress. This diary can also act as a scrapbook for thoughts or specific adverts or networking events that you want to follow up on. It can also provide a reflective space for you to write notes of encouragement to yourself and to keep going towards your goal. You will also need to consider which online platforms you are going to use to apply for jobs. These could include Indeed, LinkedIn, Total Jobs, Monster, IT Job Board and Reed, but there are others. In addition, jobs or careers fairs can be a great way to meet companies in person, but remember to keep track of your experience in your online diary so that you can start building up a picture of the advice and opportunities that are coming your way. Maya Angelou, who you may know as the American memoirist, poet and civil rights activist, is a great inspiration. She often writes with great positivity about the tenacity that is needed when pursuing goals. In an interview in 2008 with a journalist from The Atlantic, she discussed the need to not run out of steam and said nothing succeeds like success. Get a little success, then just get a little more. So get going and develop your own success in tech. Be brave, leverage AI and stay organised. Don't miss our upcoming videos and make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop. Together, we're here to help you navigate the exciting world of tech.